is the show with no real boundaries. As we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media, this is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. It's a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. National Squirrel Appreciation Day. Not something that is really exciting to me. National Hugging Day? Okay.
It is what it is.
Having beaten anorexia, though, I always look to what are we eating? Today is the National Granola Bar Day. Do you have a favorite granola bar that you like? Tell me your favorite. Maybe I can learn it every day. Something I like learning new things each day. So what is your favorite granola bar? We'll look at that one with you. We'll chat about it. We will understand it. We might even enjoy it. Let's take a look at what the markets are doing today. We like to look at the markets every day as well. The Dow Jones Industrial Average has been on a real roller coaster today. It's been amazing. It's been up, it's been down, it's been sideways. It has been moving all day long. Trying to catch up with what's been going on overseas. That's been a big issue, is the overseas market. That's really been driving our markets here today as well. What's been going on in China with their flu epidemic. That'll be a big issue to see what happens with China. Their markets took a huge drop. So we're going to be watching that one for you as well. So what's going on with the China market? We're also looking Dow Jones Industrial Average. Right now it's down 22 points. It's like I say, it's been up and down. It's been going in various directions all day today. S&P 500 down maybe just a little under 1 point. So that's not a real big issue. The NASDAQ, you would think it should be up today based on the deal that the president made over in Davos today. That's a good deal for some of our tech companies. We'll talk about that in a minute. Oil down 24 cents per barrel. Check and see what's going on gas prices. Do we really want to know what's going on gas prices? Or will it just get us a little bit more ill? I will watch that one for you. Moses, good to see you with us. Dan, good to see you with us. Lisa, glad you are there. Joe, glad you're there with us as well. We always enjoy seeing some of the folks that pop up on the screens. Got any questions today? Be sure to throw them right into the chat window. We can say hello to you right there. We're monitoring that from the broadcast room as well all the time. So you can give us a shout right there. Put it into the chat box. We will be watching that also. Having trouble getting the AAA website to come up here this morning. So we might have to come back to gas prices in, there it is, 254.2. That is the national average for a gallon of gasoline. You can almost always bet that wherever the highest price in the land is, that will generally be California, right? We're generally running a little bit higher than they are. Let's see if I can see it. There it is, California, 352.7.
Ow!
Yeah, about 98 cents a gallon more than the national average. We are a little bit lower than Hawaii, so I guess that's something to be glad about or appreciative of. Delaware, they're at 229. Think about that one, 229 in Delaware. Let's see if we can get some other. Where's the lowest price gasoline in the land? It is, I know the price, $2.16.7. Missouri. Yeah, so we'll watch that one there. We'll see how that shakes out for all of us, but we're going to continue watching that one too. What else is going on? Hey, how about the markets as far as the bond market? Looking at some good stuff going on in the bond market right now. I'm watching the interest rates, home loan rates. They're doing very, very well. But let's look at the 10-year treasury. That's probably generally when the interest rates are doing well. 10-year treasury is probably not. It's down almost 5 basis points, 1.779. Germany, their interest rate is still in the negatives, negative 0.245. Japan has dropped negative again, pretty much flat though. It's negative 0.006. So we can't talk too much about that one. But I did mention earlier that the big news of the day, no, it's not the cheating scandal in Houston, right? That one there. I had that story, but somebody stole it. I got to get, where's my, bad joke. I've got a bad joke hit over here, or message. There it is. Yeah. So that's not it. We probably won't hear, the news is not going to cover this one today, but President Trump did make a deal with France so that they're not going to tax our tech. We're going to withdraw some of the taxes on them as well. So just a fascinating story there. Amazing how when you've got a president that draws a sand in the line, there are countries that realize, hey, we better not cross this, man, that he will do what he said he's going to do. Although we can't find that in the House of Representatives because they are still bringing the impeachment hearing. It should be starting in about 20 minutes, restarting again for the day. We saw on Thursday that the Speaker, the Chief Justice, John Roberts, was sworn into the Senate to oversee the hearing. Senators all sworn in, another conspiracy against Bernie Sanders. That's what's going on there. But the Democrats, they have still yet to tell us what any crime is, no less a high crime, what any misdemeanor is. So it's fascinating that we are going to an impeachment with no crime, no misdemeanor. But, you've got Jerry Nadler, you've got Adam Schiff out there. We'll see what they have to say. It's going to be fascinating to watch all of this going on while the president is overseas doing the people's work. It's just the way it is. They continue to do these things. They continue to try and see if they can drum up something because they have found nothing. But that's just the way our society is nowadays. So we kind of have to live with that. It's a shame that we all have to live with that. But that is our society nowadays. That is the partisan world. The only crime or the only thing the Democrats have to go on is that President Trump went and beat Hillary Clinton. That's their only deal that they can go on. They have nothing else to hang their hat on this impeachment. So it's going to be a big show. It's going to be a big grandstand. Are they going to show anything? No. Is anything going to happen? No. Is it going to be a waste of time? Yes. So now you've got the entire process right there laid out for you. But fascinating enough, we'll see what the news stations do. We know that MSNBC Hee Haw, and we know that some of the the Cannabis News Network, they're going to do this wall-to-wall coverage. While hopefully we will get a station or two that'll tell us what's really important that's going on in the world. Yeah, maybe like what the president is doing with other world leaders in Davos, right? What are the conversations over there? We know the outcome of this impeachment trial. It is nothing more than a big show, but we got to deal with it anyway. Unbelievable, but we're going to continue on watching it. Alan Dershowitz, famous Democrat, now joining the president's team. Have you watched over in Davos where you get all these world leaders take their private planes and talk about climate change for you and me? Wednesday is going to be Meatless Wednesday, so they will not be able to get any meat over in Davos, Switzerland. I wonder if some of these people brought their own meals. Just throw that out there. Macron of France tweets he and Trump reached a truce on taxing tech companies. I shared that with you. Boeing 737 MAX jet crisis has the company looking for loans. They need some money to keep things going over there. Or maybe they're just saying that now is a good time to get loans, being that interest rates are so cheap. So we'll continue watching that one for you as well. Got a very interesting broadcast lined up for you today, although being that I'm on the production team, I think every day is interesting. Two surprising things homebuyers really want: housing inventory vanishing. What's the impact on you? Debt relief and credit, what you need to know. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the
think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, first home, Gold Star has the programs and the products. You've got the phone call, 800-306-1990. Our team will be very happy to sit down and chat with you. Do it either in the office or on a Zoom connection so we can meet somewhat face to face. So what is happening in the Mortgage Minute today? We look at that for you every morning. Take a look starting with the markets. Where are they doing? Well, we look and see if my computer will jump up quickly. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 40 points right now. The S&P 500 down 0.86. NASDAQ up just a fraction. Not a whole heck of a lot going on in the news on those markets right there, but we are seeing some catch up when we look. We're not talking about the food. You know, I generally do speak food, but not right now is not our focus. But again, the S&P 500 down 1.34 at 33.28. But the 10-year treasuries, those are down 5 basis points, 1.778. Mortgage-backed securities, those are down, mortgage-backed securities are up, which means interest rates are down. One of the issues that I watch, or one of the indexes that I watch a lot, is the Cass Freight Index. Measures shipments in the U.S. and is a good broad measure of the healthy economy. Down significantly in December, shipment volume has dropped 7.9% versus December 2018 levels, as the index posted its lowest reading since January 2018. It was also the steepest year-on-year decline since the Great Recession of 2008-2009. So that Cass index is very important when we're looking at what is the health of the economy, because you can't sell a whole heck of a lot if nothing is coming in to be sold. And we get a big hit on that, or we get a big indication on that when we're watching the Cass index. It's telling us what is being shipped. So stocks lower, mortgage bonds higher so far. Quiet economic news day, but the annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland has kicked off this morning. There are usually interesting headlines and comments that come out of the event. Paul Tudor Jones, the billionaire investor, made some comments on how the current stock market reminds him of the 1999 bull market that ended with the dot-com bubble. Something to be on the lookout for. Although every time you hear someone like that come out in one way, I was listening to the Business Channel yesterday. Yes, the one that had live programming, not the other one. And they actually had information on there. They were talking about the idea of maybe of Dow 32,000. So if you're thinking about Dow 32,000, that might be even a big number there coming out to watch out for. And it might be a big, big benefit for those people invested in the market. Citigroup will release their Panic Euphoria Index, which is another great contrarian indicator. Historically, once the market reaches euphoria, there's an 80% chance that stocks will be lower the following year, and the index is extremely close to euphoric levels. This is similar to the Fear Greed Index we brought up a few weeks ago. In housing, Adam Data Solutions just released their 2019 year-end U.S. foreclosure market report, showing that foreclosure filings were reported on 493,066 U.S. properties in 2019, down 83% from a peak of 2.9 million in 2010. Current level of foreclosures is the lowest since tracking began in 2005. It's significant to see Adam release a positive report, as they are notorious for being negative on housing for the past 8 years. Again, relatively quiet news week with only the FHFA House Price Index and existing home sales due for release. The FHFA report shows appreciation levels of single-family homes in the U.S. with conforming loan limits. Typically, this report will show appreciation on homes that are closer to the median home price, and those homes are appreciating at a much faster clip than higher-priced homes, as that's where all the demand is. Look for this number to be north of 5%, which is extremely meaningful for wealth creation. Additionally, existing home sales for December will be released. This one of the most important housing reports is existing sales account for nearly 90% of the housing market. Look for more strength in these numbers. We've been talking about that. I did listen to one big report over the weekend, and the biggest concern of most people in the real estate community is a lack of inventory. So if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, that lack of inventory is your ticket, right? Because the more that there is a lack of inventory, the better that becomes for you when inventory is small, minimal. That's when you're going to start seeing the fact that, hey, there's properties out there, there's properties available, and you need to be looking at those properties. You need to see what is available and competing with you. When you see the competition, you may decide, you know something? Now might just be the right time for me to sell my house. If it is, give me a call again, 800-306-1990. I do not sell real estate. I'm going to tell you that right up. Yes, I have a license. Yes, I could list homes if I wanted to. That's not what I do. The thing that we do at Ron Siegel Radio is we give you some of the best guidance. We will introduce you to the people that we believe are the best in the industry to help you secure the best pricing for your property, the most attractive pricing. Now, there are certain strategies. I spent some time with about 500 real estate agents this weekend, just listening and seeing what some of the methods that are being used to get the best pricing for consumers. And there are some very, very serious strategies out there that you can use to get great pricing on your house, to get the best price the market will offer. Now, is everybody going to use these strategies? No, there's a lot of people that don't understand them. If they understood them, they'd say, well, why wouldn't I do this? Because it's going to help my buyers. It's going to help the community. It's going to help the neighbors. It's going to be good for everybody. But you can't educate people on that which you have not been educated to. That's why I highly recommend give us a call at 800-306-1990. I'll put you in touch with the people that do understand these programs, these strategies, these methods, so that they can then come out and help you with them. They can't help you if they don't know them. They don't understand them. That's the bottom line right there. So again, call me at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And again, that is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Gold Star Mortgage. When you've got that property you're ready to sell, give me a call again, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And as I share that with you, lo and behold, what pops up on my screen is a housing inventory vanishing. What is the impact on you? That's a big question mark. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to see if I can get this on my screen right now. Year over year inventory declines. So when we take a look at the year over year inventory declines, it's going to give you a big issue, a big input on what's going on in the marketplace, why I say it is so important for you to be looking at these things on a regular basis. Why? Well, when the inventory is going down the way it is, it's a economics 101. And yes, I did study economics over at Chapman University. I studied with the great Jim Doty, the late Essie Adibi. Don't tell either one of them. I just said that about them. But the bottom line is that you can see on the screen here, the year over year inventory declines, and they're accelerating. And if you look at the price points, that kind of gives you the indication of what I'm talking about as far as the different numbers that come into play here. So if you look at all prices, inventory is down 12% year over year. If on the under 200,000 pricing, yeah, I know there's not much of that in California. These are national numbers, down 18.1%. The 200,000 to 750,000, down 10.2%. And properties over $750,000, those are down 4.4%. So when you understand that that's the scenario of what's going on in today's market, you start to understand that if you have something to sell, it's a optimal time to put that out there. No, don't wait till April, because new reports also show that February, just one tick better than January, are the months when people are out there really shopping for houses. The real estate market, again, expected to do very well this year as mortgage rates remain at historic lows. One challenge to the housing industry, again, lack of homes available for sale. Last week, Move.com released a report showing that 2020 is beginning with the lowest available housing inventory in 2 years. The report explains, quote, last month saw the largest year-over-year decline of housing inventory in almost 3 years, with a dramatic 12% decline, pushing the number of homes for sale in the U.S. to the lowest level since January 2018. The report also revealed that the decline in inventory stretches across all price points, which is what we are showing you on the screen right now. George Radiu, senior economist at Realtor.com, explains how this drop in available homes for sale comes at a time when more buyers are expected to enter the market. Quote, the market is struggling with a large housing undersupply, just as 4.8 million millennials are reaching 30 years of age in 2020, a prime age for many to purchase their first home. The significant inventory drop is a harbinger of the continuing imbalance expected to plague this year's markets, as the numbers of homes for sale are poised to reach historical low levels. Question is, what does this mean to you? If you're a buyer, be patient during your home search. It may take time to find a home you love. Once you do, be ready to move forward quickly. Get pre-underwritten for a mortgage. Be ready to make a competitive offer from the start, and understand that a shortage of inventory could lead to the resurgence of bidding wars. Calculate just how far you're willing to go to secure a home if you truly love it. If you're the seller, realize that in some ways you are in the driver's seat. When there's a shortage of an item, at the same time there's a strong demand for that item, the seller of that item is in a good position to negotiate. Whether it's price, moving date, possible repairs, or anything else, you'll be able to demand more from a potential purchaser at a time like this, especially if you have multiple interested buyers. Don't be unreasonable, but understand you probably have the upper hand. The bottom line, the housing market will remain strong throughout 2020. Understand what that means to you, whether you're buying, selling, or doing both. That is the facts going on right now. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, we're going to talk about two surprising things homebuyers really want. We're going to talk about debt relief and credit, what you need to know, must-do moves for choosing a wealth management firm, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a
Siegel
safe,
Lending
secure
Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real estate segment today, being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. NEST, N-E-S-T, 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. If you've already found that dream home, text SLT Home Digest to 79564. That'll tell you exactly what the county recorder knows about your property, exactly what the market thinks about your property. Got all that information for you right there. Again, it's at SLT Home Digest. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find that dream home. Again, before somebody else does. What is happening in the real-time real estate segment today? We are watching that one for you. Two surprising things home buyers really want. I love it. Sometimes you see these pictures in a market where current inventory is low. It's normal to think buyers might be willing to give up a few desirable features in their home search in order to make finding a house a little easier. Do not be fooled. There's still an interest in the market for some key upgrades. Here's a look at the two surprising things buyers seem to be searching for in today's market and how they're impacting new home builds. Home buyers are not giving up on their garages. That's an interesting one. Let's see if I can get that chart up for you. Come on, bring us up the screen on the garages. There it is. Boom. Let me get that pop up here in just 1 second so you can actually see the chart of what we're looking at here. Come on. And it actually tells you what they're looking for by the region of the country as well. That's kind of a beauty part. National Association of Home Builders recently released an article showing the percentage of new single-family homes completed in 2018. The data reveals 64% of new homes offer a two-car garage. 21% have a garage large enough to hold 3 or more cars. 7% have a one-car garage. 7% do not include a garage or carport. 1% have a carport. The following map that I got on the screen shows the breakdown by region. Evidently, a garage is something home buyers are looking for in their searches, but that's not all. Home buyers are not giving up on their drum roll, please. Patio. Yeah, they want their patio, not their cake and eat it too. No, that's not what they're looking for. It's they're wanting their patio. Think about that one. And I'll get that chart up here for you in just 1 second as well. If I can get the screen to work a little bit quicker, we'll be in good shape. Where is our patio? I think that's the one that shows patios. Let's get that share. Oops, we're going to get that patio back up there. Okay, there we go. Single family homes with the patio. So let me, yeah, my computer's doing some weird things on us today, guys. Sorry about that, but maybe it's the operator error. Patios are on the radar for buyers as well. Community areas are often common amenities in new neighborhoods. But as it turns out, private outdoor spaces are quite desirable too. The National Association of Home Builders also found that, quote, of the roughly 876,000 single-family homes started in 2018, 59.4% came with patios. This is the highest the number has been since the National Association of Home Builders began tracking the series in 2005. as shown in the graph on the screen. If you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv or on the socials, if you want to go back and take a look at it, the number of new homes built with patios has been increasing for the last 9 years. Clearly, they are a desirable feature for new homeowners as well. The bottom line, home buyers are looking for garage space and outdoor patio living. If you're a home buyer thinking of selling a house with these amenities, it appears buyers are willing to spring for those key features. Let's get together and chat to determine the current value and demand for your home. Now, I'm going to share this with you. I've shared it many, many times. Demand for your home can come in many, many ways. Demand for your home can actually come as a function of the marketplace, but it can also come as a function of the marketing that is being done on your property. If you've got a seller, a agent that understands marketing, they understand the right way, they're going to show you without fail how to market your home to get the most possible visibility. Now, I've shared this screen with you or this chart with you many times, but it's all about getting the marketing to your property. It's all about getting visibility of your property. How do we get that visibility to your property? Well, you got to price it properly, and you've got to have a program that gets the most people showing your property. Now, we know 89%, almost 9 out of 10 homes are sold with a real estate agent. I also know that 92% of the homes are the home sales start online. So you got to have a great individual helping with that online presence. You got to have a great individual helping with getting that property viewed by the real estate community. And there are some very, very specific strategies on how we get the real estate community to see your home. We talk about those when we give us a call at 800-306-1990, or some of the agents that are trained by the Ron Siegel Radio and our team understand that as well. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, debt relief and credit, what you need to know, the must-dos for choosing a wealth management firm, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter at Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few. got the correction going. If we can, we'll try it anyway. Sometimes we have a little fun with our cameras here, and they don't like to be nice to us. So I'm going to see if I can get this corrected as I get ready for the Your Credit Matters segment. Again, being brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has the solutions for you. All you have to do, again, is just sanitizer.com. Let's see if for some reason it sounds like we're still getting some interesting information. Maybe not sure if we've got this all straightened out for you yet, but we are trying. We're trying to get a little bit of technical issues. Let's see if we can get this corrected. I'm trying to. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit there. Every once in a while, we have some fun with our technology, but we'll get it corrected, and we'll get on with the broadcast for you, so we can let you know what's going on in the Your Credit Matters segment today. Again, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. So here's the issue. Debt relief and credit, what you need to know. No single way to get out of debt. That's best for everyone. Each individual case is as unique as you are. It's important to consider your situation when deciding which debt relief plan is the best option for you. To help you weigh those options, we have provided an overview of some of the major options right here, right now. Debt avalanche and debt snowball. That is a big issue, so we're going to talk about that one. Debt consolidation, credit counseling, debt management plan, debt settlement and negotiation, bankruptcy. So debt relief programs, how they affect your credit, the debt you carry, your credit utilization rate does make up, well, you got all these things popping up on me right now, roughly 1/3 of your overall credit score. When you pay off debt, your credit score typically improves. This is especially true with revolving credit lines such as credit cards, where your balance is approaching or hovering around the maximum limit. You want to keep your utilization rate below 30% to avoid negative effects to your credit score. However, reducing your debt can also lower your credit score, even when it's a good thing. For example, paying off a loan and closing that account may reduce your credit age or mix of accounts, which account for about 15% and 10% of your credit score, respectively. The type of debt relief program you use can also positively or negatively affect your credit score. Debt settlement, for example, utilizes some tactics that generally have a more negative effect than other types of debt relief programs. Keep in mind that your current credit standing, the program itself, and your credit needs will help you make the best choice. Start by signing up for your free credit report. You can get that at credit.com. I suggest using a paid credit report, myfico.com. It's the only one I know of, or the best one I know of, to tell you exactly what your score is doing. This handy tool provides a letter grade and tells you about your scores. MyFICO gives you the exact FICO score, not Vantage or FACO score. You can also dig deeper into each factor to monitoring what's happening with your credit and find areas of improvement. The main approaches of debt relief. Once you have a clear picture of your credit history, you can choose one of the 6 main approaches to debt relief to help you get out of debt. These include the snowball or avalanche option, debt consolidation, credit counseling, debt management, debt negotiation or settlement, and the nuclear option, which is bankruptcy. Each option has its own advantages and drawbacks, as well as its impact on your credit score, both short-term and long-term. The debt snowball and debt avalanche. Immediate credit impact is none. Long-term credit impact, reliably positive. The debt snowball and debt avalanche approaches are simply methods of repaying your debts. The choice between snowball or avalanche often comes down to a matter of personal choice. That's a real simple one. It's just going to personal choice. Let's see why we're getting, maybe this is what's causing our feedback here. See if this will help us clean things up a little bit on our our audio. I don't know if you're seeing any audio challenges there or not, but hopefully that'll clean things up just a little bit. Let's get back to this report for you so we can get this all in. Debt avalanche is when you pay off your debts one at a time, but you start with those that have the highest balances instead. While it takes longer to clear debt from your credit history, the debt you clear takes a larger chunk out of your overall balance owed, as long as you stick to the minimum payments needed on all your other credit accounts while you work to pay down your debt. This method has little immediate impact on your credit report and reliably positive. The debt snowball is when you pay off your debts one at a time, starting with the ones that have the lowest balance. This eliminates those debts from your credit record quickly. Debt consolidation, the immediate credit impact is small positive or small negative. Long-term impact is minimal. Debt consolidation loans and balance transfer credit cards can help you manage your debt by combining multiple lines of credit under one loan or credit card. While this helps by making one payment out of several, it's not a strategy that actually gets you out of debt. It's more like a tool to help you get out of debt faster and easier. Consolidation loans often offer lower interest rates than the original credit lines themselves, which enables you to pay off your debt faster. In addition, well, I lost my spot there in my notes. Consolidation loans offer lower interest rates than the original credit card lines themselves, enables you to pay the balance transfer credit cards, lets you transfer old debt from other cards for a minimal fee. These cards sometimes require that you pay off the balance transfer balance within a certain time frame to avoid being charged interest. If you choose a balance transfer card, be sure to choose one with terms favorable to your situation, and at the same time, you do not want to be increasing your debt on one of the other cards. Credit counseling, immediate credit impact, none expected. Long-term credit impact, none expected. A credit counselor is a professional advisor that helps you manage and repay your debt. Counselors may offer free or low-cost consultations and educational materials. They often lead their clients to enroll in other debt relief programs, such as debt management plans, which generally require a fee and can affect your credit. Debt management plan, the immediate credit impact is moderate, long-term impact minimal. A debt management plan is typically set up by a credit counselor or counseling agency. You make one monthly payment to that agency, and the agency disperses that payment among your creditors. This debt management program can affect your credit in several ways, mostly positive. While individual lenders make care that a credit counseling agency is repaying your accounts, FICO does not. Debt negotiation or settlement, severe damage to your credit score, slow recovery. Some creditors are willing to allow you to settle your debt. Negotiating with creditors allows you to pay less than the full balance owed and close the account. Creditors only do this for consumers with several delinquent payments on their credit report. Bankruptcy, credit impact. They say in the report severe damage. I'm going to say that sometimes it can actually, the damage is done already, so it may actually help your credit. Long-term credit impact, slow recovery. This is where you want to really get involved with some of the professionals related with Ron Siegel Radio. They can actually help you on this one in a significant way. That is the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by our friends at creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer, they've got the solutions for you. You just need to make the call. And as always, we ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to John, who's engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. or RonSiegelRadio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Lights go out.